Hello and welcome back to this special, very special edition of the It's New show with Glenn. No, that's not Glenn Gabe. That is a New Year's hat. I thought you were going to put on a Glenn Gabe mask.
No, a Glenn Gabe mask.
That's what I thought was happening. I don't know. I don't know. That's a little bit better.
Can I order one? We know what we should do. We should all order Glenn Gabe masks, and it can show up as Glenn.
The world would be a smarter place.
It's true.
I look ridiculous.
You look great. What are you going to be talking about today, Greg?
So I'm going to have a Google Wrapped of sorts with a story that encompasses two major updates within Google this year.
And Mordy?
Well, first, Greg, your hair's a little messed up from the hat. Just okay.
It looks great. Get out of here.
You have to fix it. Will users say stop badgering me with Google's latest ability on your website?
And I'll be talking about the year-end Google updates and how it's still volatile. Yada, yada, yada.
All right. So I just wanted to end 2024 with this, and I think it touches on a couple different topics, but to me, at least, one of the worst stories was the helpful content update and some of the no recoveries in 2024 that kind of boiled over. I guess there's a little bit here at the end with the Creator Summit out at Google. And one of the things that I think about probably every single day is the fact that I forget if it was Giant Freaking Robot or whomever had asked Google, why don't they show a unbiased review of the top 10 running shoes, to which Google allegedly responded, wouldn't Nike be mad? Well, we've got another update here from Glenn Gabe, and I thought this was interesting. Tudum is a content section within Netflix, and they cover everything about shows, movies, a lot of their stuff too, right? They're trying to promote their own content. And it's an entertainment site within Netflix and has grown quite a bit here in 2024, while we've seen like no recoveries or little minimal recoveries for a lot of these people hit by the helpful content update. Glenn's got a whole bunch of charts and things like that. And he says, hey, the power is also the fact that Netflix knows what people are looking for, what they're reading, and then all these different key points. And to me, this is just one more step towards the smaller independent journalist really having a bad 2024, right? And you can see that some of these bigger sites, like we've seen with Google, a lot of people are complaining about some of the results. We saw some of those videos about why Google search is dead and everything like that. And it also kind of touches to me on the topic of, I would say this should not really fall within a site reputation abuse policy as we knew it prior to 2024, because it talked about pertinent information. It talked about entertainment. It talked about movies, it talked about TV shows. And that's what Netflix is about. And to me, that's what I thought the site reputation abuse policy would be about, is when you go in straight outside of those lines. But I also just wanted to recap it and say the site reputation abuse policy is no longer about going outside of your lane. It's more about just having independent publishers in there that then can give you manual actions that can shut your ads down. So I just thought it was one amalgamation of a lot of goofy stories from Google this year.
That's a good recap. In terms of your crystal ball, do you think Google is going to give any relief to these small independent publishers in 2025?
No. The only hope, I mean, I see a lot of smaller people in AI overviews, especially when you're looking for some of the best stuff or, reviewed type stuff. I know like a lot of reviews don't come through, but you do still see a lot more listicles. I know about 2 months ago, Google had a new feature where they're bringing in like top lists of things. You know what I mean? I forget what they exactly called that. I don't see it. I do think that if you look at things like ChatGPT, they bring a lot more diverse sources in. And if people are looking for that, that could be a feather in their cap.
All right. But if they want to put little badges from Google on their websites, they can do that, right, Mordy?
They can. Also, I'm a little confused. They spelled it Tudum. Tudum. It's Tudum. Yeah. No, that's spelled wrong.
Oh, it's TA?
It should be TA. Tudum. It's not Tudum.
I agree with you, Morty.
Yeah.
Wow. Already changing, turning over for 2025. Wow.
New man.
Yeah, that was mean. Okay, so you have a top quality store badge on the SERP. Well, now, or it's not just now, it turns out it's old for a while. One guy on Twitter said he's been doing it since September. It's been like forever, really. You can have that badge show up as like, I don't know what you call it, like an overlay or a badge or a little pop-up thingy on your actual website, which to me is basically Google trying to leverage your website for their own shopping identity, right? So they land, let's say it's, I don't know, like footlocker.com. The case was redwolf.com, which I guess they sell like apparel for movies and stuff. You don't see a badge saying I'm an Amazon top seller show up on the website, but you see one for Google now. So like it's almost like
seems
Google
like
using you.
Yes, it seems like they actually added this code to their website, so they want it there. So it's like,
oh no, yeah, they want it. Sorry, yes, yeah, but why is Google offering this? Because it gets like it's free awareness and free publicity for their own stuff.
This way, they become synonymous with becoming an AI chatbot.
Oh, I didn't think about it like that.
You know what they're going to do? They're going to put links back to Google so that you can get back to Google and make more searches.
I was waiting for that, the page annotations reference.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let it die, guys. I'm sorry. You can kick me off the show if it's too much.
So, sign your Barry tried, but we're here to stay.
We'll see. 2025 is always a new year. Anyway, talking about 2025, it wouldn't be a day in Search Engine Roundtable if I didn't cover Google search ranking volatility. And honestly, I've been following. I'm like, when am I going to do a post about the volatility not ending? And since it's just the core update is done for December. The spam update is done in December, and the volatility is not done. It's still very, very heated. Pretty much every single ranking tool, except for like a couple, are showing intense volatility, more than they showed even like pre-core update. Even like, it's just insane. I haven't seen volatility like this in the tools for a while. You would think it would calm down towards the end of right up before New Year's, but it hasn't. So if you are noticing significant ranking changes, that is because everybody's changing their copyright footer from 2024 to 2025, and that's why it's causing all this stuff. No, I'm just joking.
And title tags.
Yeah, all the content, the best content for 2025. So that's going to all change in 2026. People usually start making those changes in January for 2026.
I get ahead of the game. I'm ready for 2028. I don't have to work for 3 more years.
Galaxy brain.
And then I posted the year-end 2024 Google algorithm update infographic, which I like to post every year. It basically shows you all the updates, and we only had 7 confirmed updates in 2024. Last year in 2023, we had 9. The 2 years a year in 2022 and 2021, we had actually 10. So it seems like Google's doing fewer updates, although that might change in 2025 as Google's hinted to more core updates more often. So we'll see. And then finally, I'd like to just thank everybody from the bottom of my heart with a lot of emotion. I'm expressing myself here. We posted the most commented on articles on the Search Engine Roundtable. We had over 43,000 comments in 2024 on the Search Engine Roundtable. That's actually more than double for last year. And I posted the top commented. It was basically the March core updates that got the most comments, because I think then a lot of helpful content victims and core update victims thought they would actually go ahead and see some sign of relief from that March core update, and they were very hopeful. And as time ticked on, so did their, promise of, seeing any recovery. And then people started to lose their businesses and die, not physically die, maybe. I'm sure people died. I'm not sure, but people usually always die. But it's been a really rough year for content.
Are we doing
creators.
that? Like, end of year death, like James Earl Jones, Jimmy Carter.
Actually, I think I did that. We had some tough years. I don't think we I used to post like when people die this year.
We have in memoriam on the Clockskers, Morty, but you'd have to watch my show, which you don't do.
That was good.
I watch selectively. That's not true.
We have a full in memoriam section.
Sorry. I'm sorry about your show. I wasn't even mentioned on your show, despite having heavily trolled you all year long.
There's no troll awards. We're good vibes only.
Yeah. So thankfully it hasn't been, we lost some people this year in the industry since you bring it up, but 2021 was a bad year. If you do a search on seroundtable.com/tag/RIP, you'll see some of the stories of people if you mentioned it. Any event, moving on to some more happier news. Top contributors for Search Engine Roundtable 2024. Glenn Gabe was the winner this year with 250 mentions. I only looked at X. Next year I'll probably look at Blue Sky as well because it's becoming very popular. But we had over 1,000 people who actually brought up stories that I covered at Search Engine Roundtable. So thanks to all the contributions over the years. don't think everybody on this show right here made the list. I apologize, but data doesn't lie, and data has no emotions, and only opinions are pretty nasty. So I'm just saying that for other award shows.
I'm just happy that like
other Gregs.
There are other Gregs, yeah.
Greg Sterling, PPC Greg, yeah.
we have a Greg of the Year category too, Morty. You got to listen to the podcast
I know you have. Do you listen to Serps Up?
all the time, every episode. But I just want to say, I think it's funny. There's that old joke where like it was like an old dad joke where you're like, hey, I read the obituaries and I wasn't in there. So then I started my day or whatever. Like, that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go to Search Engine Roundtable. I'm going to use the tag RIP and check and make sure if I'm still here and then go about my day.
Interesting. It was funny. I once
said, obituary now. I wrote one for Barry. I can write one for you as well.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Lauren Baker did also. I said, you made it when somebody pre-writes an obituary for you. So I wanted to be at that level where somebody like, pre-wrote one. So Lauren and Mordy wrote one for me.
Was it just like a flame, a giant flame against you? Was it just nothing but?
No, I mailed it like a physical copy.
You did mail me one?
Yeah, I mailed you a physical copy of it.
I forgot.
I can just imagine if Morty wrote one for me. Oh, he touches his hair all the time because he has lice. Oh, he's so dumb. Oh, his walls suck. He'll be missed. R.I.P.
No, hey, but Barry is part of the wall sucking also. That wasn't just me.
I try to help. Any event, I hope everybody survives 2025 and lives the whole entire year in health and happiness, especially Morty, who needs it. I'm not sure why I'm saying that. I just said it.
Wow.
Yeah, really hope Morty doesn't die this year.
Man, Dr. Schwartz over here. You better go get checked out.
I am. I have a doctor's physical on the on the 8th. So hopefully we'll be on code there and you'll be like, you're alive. I hope.
Or will you be posting your cholesterol levels on Twitter?
I should live stream it all.
Yeah. For your YouTube channel.
That will get some subscribes.
Hey, it's Barry here. I'm going in for my physical.
Do you get this? When I go to like a doctor's office or even a lawyer and they meet with me and like at the worst possible time, like the doctor's office, your pants are down and they're like, you're in technology. I always wanted to like build this app or this software product. Could you like tell me get into my business while my pants are down? I'm like, this is not the appropriate time.
Yeah, I don't have clothes on.
How about you wait in my office for like, you schedule an appointment, you wait for 2 hours, and then I'll see you and talk to you about this.
I have so many jokes. I don't think any of them are appropriate for right now.
All right. Anyway, thanks so much for listening and have a great New Year's back on the 2nd, I believe. So if we make it that far. Bye-bye.
See you next year.
Hopefully I won't be dead.